I have the heater going on in the shop here, warming it up, but it is a beautiful day out today here in central Iowa. It's in the 50s today. It's supposed to be like this for the next week. Clear through the end of next week, supposed to be in the 40s, 50s, and the heater just turned off. Beautiful. So we'll get on back in the shop here and we're going to do just a little mail time real quick, and then we're going to get on the Bronco. And I hope you all had a good New Year's, Christmas, happy holidays. It is 2019. We're starting this off, this comes from Jacob Garten from Tennessee, and it definitely feels like a license plate. Got a little pull tab here. We'll just get right into this real quick. Maybe. And it is a Tennessee, Jesse wants in, Tennessee license plate. Right there. And I think I saw a note in here as well. We'll see what he has to say. And it says this license plate came off of a 74 Ford F100. I now have a 95 Ford F150, two-wheel drive automatic with a 302. It has 237,000 miles on it and still runs strong. How many miles does your green truck have? Love the videos, keep it up. Well, my green truck, off the top of my head, I don't know exactly. I think it has 273, I think. Might be a little more than that. I think that's pretty darn close, 273, and it's all original. Motor's never been touched, transmission's never been clutched. Has the factory clutch in it. I'm waiting for that to go out. But thank you very much, Jacob. I'll get this up on the wall. And there you have it. There's a Tennessee plate up on the wall. I just put it right up there. And as far as the letter goes, I've got a whole stack of these things. I don't think I can keep putting bulletin boards up. I have enough to fill at least one more, probably two. And they do take up a lot of real estate. I appreciate the letters, and I think I'm just going to have to hold on to them instead of trying to hang them all up. It's going to get kind of crazy. That's that on mail time. Sorry about that, George. And now we're going to get back here on the Bronco. No, that is not in there solid yet. It's just sitting in there like you saw in the last video. I'm going to get that out of there, and I'm going to put those little plates, these plates right here, I'm going to get them welded into the frame. May need to get some holes drilled in those before I weld them in there. That might be the easiest way to do that. Well, it's been a couple of days since the first part of this video. Did manage to get the license plate up, and it is beautiful here in central Iowa. We've been setting record, well, I'm not sure if we set a record yesterday. I know we were pushing it. I think we will today. It's supposed to be in the middle to upper 50s today. Crazy nice. Down here in a t-shirt right now. I had the door open yesterday for a little while. And today I'm going to pull this tubing out of here. I'm going to pull that out and get these plates welded in on the frame. Get that all ready, and then we're going to work on getting that tied in. We'll see how this goes. Now if I can remember how I slid this in here. Let's see. There we go. So like you saw in my last video, the frame is all rotted out where the body mounts go. There's just nothing left there, so I had these plates made up. I think I'm going to position that right. I'm going to cut it right across here, right below those rivets. Need to figure out exactly where I want it, and then I'm going to mark it down here. We're going to cut that chunk out, weld this chunk in. Also need to determine where I want the hole for the bushing. However, I don't think it's going to be real critical, as we're starting with new steel here on top of the frame. Get this hole, and then I think it'll be more important to get it located on the tube. So I'm going to mess around with this for a little bit, and then we'll get to cutting that out. Got this piece cut out of here, and now probably gonna have to do a little filing on here and cleaning that up. I hope I didn't cut it too big. And it's a little big. A little bit of a gap in there, but shouldn't be too hard to fill that in. I'm not sure if I use this one or the other one. This actually, fit this in here a little. Yeah, I think I need to do some filing. It's a little tight here. Yeah, it looks like I got crooked right there a little bit. I think it's gonna work though. And my wife's going into town. I'm having her pick up a metal hole saw, because I don't have anything big enough to drill the holes to fit. Let me get this glove off. That measures 1 3/8 diameter, and that needs to fit down inside there. So we're going to have her pick up a metal hole saw, probably 1 inch and, I don't know, 1 7/16 or 1.5 inches, and drill that out. So I've got this all fixed up, good enough to weld this plate in here, and I have my center where I need to, I don't know if you can see that, where I need to put that hole. Got it marked on there, which it was 1.5 inches ahead of this edge on this cross member back here. So just gonna wait for my hole saw to show up, and we'll get that drilled out of there. So my wife just got home with this hole saw bit. And we'll get it in get her in the drill press here. We'll see if we can cut a hole. So I've got everything positioned where I need it, and I raised this up. This will just barely touch this, I believe, when I go through here. I don't know how else to clamp this down, but we'll see how we do here. Done deal. Get this cleaned up here. So we got that hole in this plate. Now I need to just get this plate positioned on here exactly where I want it, how it needs to be. Get her welded in there, and that will fit down in there just right. So I got that all welded in there. No, I'm not a professional welder, but I think it'll hold. And this fits right down in there like it's supposed to. So far so good. I'm going to clean this up, grind all these welds down a little bit, and this side should be done. Then I'll move over and do this here side. Well, got them cleaned up somewhat. This one back here, I can't get back in there with this anyway. Very good to grind that down. Not gonna hurt anything. I got this one over here done. This one here turned out pretty good. That fit on there just like it's supposed to. So now I need to come over to this side and do the same thing over here. Then once that's done, we can take this tube, put it back in there, try to locate the holes on that. Need to figure out exactly where that needs to be before we do that. And then I do know what the dimension is supposed to be from right here over to here. I know what that dimension should be, so I think we're gonna be okay here. Just gotta take our time, piece things together. Also, I think I forgot to mention when I got that license plate that if you have a license plate for the license plate wall or anything else that you'd like to send into the Fox shop, address where you can do that listed down in the description. And like always, there's a link down there for hoodies, t-shirts, channel stickers, all that kind of stuff. Also gonna throw out there that Central Oregon Shenanigans, they're working on a 78 Bronco. I believe they're putting a lift on it this weekend, so need to go check their video out if you want more Bronco stuff. And I'll link Central Oregon Shenanigans. It'll be on the end screen, and I'll link it down below in the description. So like I said, I'm gonna come back over to this side, or not come back over, I'm gonna go over to this side and do the same thing. Cut this out, weld wherever it is, weld that new plate in. Where is that other plate? There it is. Get that plate welded in there, just like on the other side. Drill a hole down through it, and that should be done, good to go. That's gonna do it, so give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.